Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are working through the doshas. So today's practice will be working on pacifying our Vata. So we're going to take it nice and easy. We're going to work on our concentration and work on linking our breath to our movement. So we're going to start off with bee's breath today. So come to a nice, easy, cross-legged position. Ground through the sits bones. Sit up nice and tall. Now start to lift your arms, your elbows pointing away from the body. Bring your thumbs over the little flap on your ears. Plug those ears with the thumbs. Then your pointer fingers come together over your third eye. Your pointer fingers touch over the brows. Then take your middle finger, lengthen them, pressing on the outside of the nostrils, not plugging the nose closed just yet, just on the sides of the nostrils, and let the pinky and ring finger remain free here. So close your eyes. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Now take a nice, long, deep inhale through the nose. And then start to press those middle fingers and partially closing the nostril. Start to breathe out through the nose, making a humming sound. Now you want to hold that humming, that exhale as long as you can. So we're going to take that for between 5 to 10 breaths. What we're doing here is a little sensory deprivation. So once again, bring your thumbs to the flap over the ears. Close those ears to the outside noise. Bring those pointer fingers together over the brow. Middle finger to the outside of the nostrils. You can rest those ring fingers on the sides of the face. Let those pinkies hang free. And then inhale through the nose. Nice, long, deep breath. Exhale. All right, now slowly release your hands from the face. You can keep your eyes gently closed here or a soft gaze. Bring your hands to your heart. Rub those palms together. And then find some stillness. Just keep your awareness on your breath. Even those inhales and exhales. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. One more round of breath. Release. Let it all go. You can drop your hands to the tops of your thighs. Gently flutter those eyes open. And we'll get started. We're going to meet at the top of our mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. Rise up slowly. Find the top of your mat. Feet are hip distance apart. Tailbone towards the floor. Roll those shoulders down and back. Inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. Gaze follows. Exhale, forward fold. Keep a little bend in your knees here. Start to bend through one knee and then the other. Now with a flat back, halfway lift, crown of the head reaches away from the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, palms meet in heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those hands, step back to plank. Drop those knees, untuck those toes, and sit those hips back into child's pose. You can keep your knees together or knees hip distance apart, or you can take those knees wide for a deeper sensation. Hips always reaching for the heels, fingertips always reaching towards the front of the mat. And just rock your head back and forth, massage that third eye. Inhale, rising up to all fours. Let's move through some cat-cows. Inhale, sink that belly towards the floor, head up, tailbone up. Exhale, round through the spine, tuck the chin, head and tailbone towards the mat. Inhale for cow, dip the belly, head up, tailbone up. And exhale for cat. Take that for a few more rounds. And then find a nice neutral tabletop. Then when you're ready, tuck those toes. Exhale as you send those hips up and back, downward facing dog. Start to pedal through the feet here. Nice and slow. Bending one knee and then the other, pressing one heel down at a time. Let your head hang towards the mat here. Find some length in the spine, some length in the back of the neck. And then your feet find some stillness. Let's take a few breaths in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, bring your gaze to the front of the mat. Step forward with one foot and the other, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Next, we're going to move into gorilla. Lift the toes of your right feet. Slip that right hand underneath that foot. So the sole of your foot is pressed into that right palm. Your right toes are on the inside of that right wrist. Lift those left toes. Do the same thing. On your next exhale, start to press your front body towards the tops of your thighs. Forward fold. Elbows come out to the sides. Head hangs. Inhale, flat back. Halfway lift. Keep that flat back. Reach the crown of the head away from the hips here. Exhale, forward fold. One more time with the hands under the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. And then release that right foot. Let that right hand free, left hand free. Take a deep bend in the knees. Sweep the arms back overhead. And exhale, hands through heart center. Next, we're going to step wide to the edges of our mat. Bring your hands through heart center. Start to lower those hips, bend those knees, coming into garland. Drop that tailbone. Bring those thumbs to the middle of your sternum, palms pressed together. Find some length in the spine here. Elbows pushing the knees away from the midline. Take a few breaths here. If you find yourself tipping back on the heels, try to ground down through all four corners of the feet here. Maybe close your eyes, take a few breaths. All right, now drop that left hand. And then we're going to reach up, twisting to the right. Right fingertips reaching for the ceiling. Then release, hands to heart center. Now drop that right hand to the ground. Twisting open to the left. Left fingertips reach for the ceiling. Hands back to heart center. Take another round of breath here. Now both hands come to the floor, pressing into the feet, lifting the hips, and then walk those hands back underneath the hips, forward fold. Inhale, sweep it up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Next, we're going to come to the middle of our mat and we'll find tree pose. So standing tall in the middle of your mat, drop those shoulders away from the ears. Keep that neutral pelvis. And then tree, you can start here with the right toes pressed into the ground. The right heel comes to the side of the ankle. Check in with your hips here. Let's keep those hips square towards the front. You can lift that foot up your leg, or you can bring that foot all the way up so the right heel presses into the top of that left thigh. Really ground down through that left foot, pressing down through all four corners, finding your drishti, your focal point, something that doesn't move. You can keep your hands at your hips, or start to grow your branches tall. Take a few breaths here. Now bring your hands through heart center. Bring that right knee in front of you, a nice 90-degree angle in that front leg. Now take a little bend in that left leg as you launch that right leg into Warrior 3. You can keep your hands at your hips. Your arms can be long at your sides. Or you can reach your arms out long in front of you, press through that right heel, square those hips towards the floor, tuck that belly to your spine, bring your gaze to the floor. Inhale, bending into that left knee, drawing that right knee in front, and release. Maybe kick those feet out a little to release any tension, and we'll try that on the other side. Standing tall. Rooting down through all four corners of the feet. Roll those shoulders away from the ears. Start to spill all the weight into that right foot as you lift the left. Maybe you only come here. Your left toes touch the floor. Your left heel to the side of the ankle. Or you lift that heel up underneath the knee. Or you come all the way up so that left heel presses on the inside of that, the right inner thigh. You can bring your hands through heart center. Take a few breaths here. Ground down through that right foot. Find your stability, strong through the entire leg. That left foot pressing into the right thigh presses into the bottom of the foot. Inhale, grow your branches. Now bring those hands back through heart center. Let's bring that right knee in front, 90-degree angle in that front foot. Shift into warrior three. Your hands can come at your hips. Your hands can reach long to your sides, or you can reach those arms long in front of you. Let's ground down through that right foot. See if we can square those hips towards the floor. Gaze is at the ground. Inhale, bringing that knee back in front. And release. Now shake that out. And then we'll bring it down to the mat. So, find a nice seat towards the back of your mat. Send your legs long in front for staff pose. So let's flex through those feet. Sit up tall. Maybe pull the flesh away from the sits bones here. Inhale, both arms come up overhead. Exhale, keep those hips pressed into the mat, hinging at the hips, folding forward, pausing to take a breath. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale to continue folding. Maybe you reach your toes here, elbows towards the mat. Start to press your front body into the tops of your thighs. Maybe release your head towards the knees. Keeping a slight micro bend in your knees here. Take a few breaths, inhaling throughout the entire back, expanding through the ribs. All right, release those hands. Let those hands slide back next to your hips, and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, start to roll up to a nice tall seat. Head comes up last. Now let's take a bend in our right knee. Our right foot presses into the ground. Interlace those fingers. Inhale, sit up tall. Pull that right knee in. Left arm reaches for the sky. On your next exhale, I want you to let go of all that breath as you twist to the right. Right hand comes to the mat behind the low back. Left elbow hooks on the outside of that right knee. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, and exhale, twist a little deeper. Start to bring your gaze towards the back wall. Twisting from the thoracic spine, the hips are static. And then on your next inhale, slowly uncurling, coming back to center. Send that right leg long. Hug that left knee in. Hug that left knee into your chest as you sit up tall. Inhale that right arm towards the sky. Left arm comes to the ground behind you. Exhale, let all that breath go as you twist to the left. Right elbow hooks on the outside of that right knee, left knee. Right elbow hooks on the outside of that left knee. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale to twist even deeper. Gaze towards the back wall. And then on your next inhale, slowly releasing, uncurling that spine, coming back through center. And then we'll send our legs long as we move into Shavasana, our final pose of the practice today. So find a comfortable spot. Come all the way down to your mat. Close your eyes. Check in with all corners of your body. Releasing tension anywhere you might find it. Keep your focus on your breath. Absorbing today's practice, letting go of anything that's not serving you. Let's take one more deep inhale here. And exhale fully, let it all go. Whenever you're ready, roll over to one side. And then push yourself up to a nice, easy seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me in this practice today. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're feeling balanced. And I hope to see you soon. Namaste.